Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I am thrilled to be sitting here right now because I have been researching for Father's Day gift ideas that you can crochet for the past several days now. And let me tell you, it was so difficult to find project ideas that did not include hats, scarves, sweaters, or blankets. But I am happy to report that I found several other project ideas that do not include any of the projects that I just mentioned. So if you are looking for a gift idea that you can crochet specifically for dad or that special man in your life, whether that's for Father's Day, for birthday, or Christmas, then you definitely want to stick around because I have several project ideas to share with you. Hi again, my name is Abby and I am the designer behind SewHomey. And this will be my third video to compile a list of project ideas and patterns that fit a certain theme. And today's is obviously Father's Day, and that does apply to birthday and Christmas as well. Just basically gifts for that guy in your life. Now, I like to structure these videos where I give you the overall category for the project, and then I will list several patterns within that category, and they will all be crochet patterns. So today I have 5 different categories to share with you. We will start with cards, next is trinkets, then we have valet trays, toiletry bags, and then slippers. So those are the categories you can look forward to, and I'll have everything time-stamped below, so if any one of those categories sounds more interesting, feel free to skip ahead. But we'll go ahead and start with our first category, which is cards. Now, I first mentioned this idea in my video, Crochet Project Ideas for Mother's Day, and I think that the same thing applies here to Father's Day as well. And basically the idea is that you find an item to crochet that represents your dad. And that could be a hobby, an activity you like to do together, just something that he really likes, or a special place. Just Google is what I did. Just look for different crochet patterns that represent a part of his life, crochet that, and then you glue it onto a card. And if you just do a simple item, you can always draw something if you're artistic, or just glue it to the card and write Happy Father's Day on it, and then you can write your message on the inside. That's the most simple thing that you could do. And Dad's going to love it because he's going to see that you were thinking of him whenever you crocheted that item, and he will probably treasure that card forever. Now, what's also great about cards is you can stuff them and then give that to him, or you can put it on top of a box or slide into a sack. And the same thing, he's going to like the card because you made it just for him. Now, if you do opt for this idea, it's great because it's very cheap. You don't have to go out and buy a card. And if you already have yarn on hand, just get rid of some of that. It's not going to take very much because applique items are very small and won't take up much of your yarn. And then it also doesn't take up that much time because they are small items. So that's another reason to do a card for Father's Day. Now, my favorite aspect of the card idea is that it is so customizable, which I already touched on this, but you know, if you find that hobby or just something that your dad is interested in, you can make it fit your dad. And there's not going to be any other card out there in the world that's like that. And to me, that's just extra special. And I think that your dad would appreciate that you took the time to make him a card. And it doesn't even have to be that hard. So I actually did this last night so that I could show you. Now, I'm not much of an artist, so give me some grace. I actually found an image, and I'll link it below because I think I should. I totally just copied, I just looked at it on my phone, I copied the image basically. I think that it needs color, but I'll go ahead and show you. So this is the card that I made for my dad, and this is the only thing that I crocheted. It took me less than like 2 minutes to make that fish. And the Happy Father's Day looks like a child wrote it, which I guess kind of fits the card. But yeah, again, I'm not much of an artist, but this is what I'm going to give my dad, and it's blank on the inside, but I'll write him a sweet note. So I chose this kind of a scene for my card because my dad and I like to go camping together. We try to go once a year, And unfortunately, we're not going to get to this summer, I don't think. But we like to go fishing almost every time we go, and it's just an activity that we really enjoy together. So that's what makes this card extra special. I made it. It represents a memory, and I just think he'll really like it. So I still need to color it, but that's an idea, but you don't have to get complicated. You can just crochet a simple idea, you can just crochet a simple item and glue that on the card and then give that to Dad. So that concludes the category for cards, and I didn't mention this before, but I will leave it up to you to go find the patterns, because I don't know what your dad is into, but just Google for applique patterns for whatever you're looking for. I'm sure that you will find a free pattern somewhere. So let's move on to our next category, which is trinkets. Now in this category, I have included magnets and keychains. So essentially the same idea for cards applies to keychains and magnets. So find that item that represents Dad or that reminds you of Dad, that's a joke with Dad, whatever. Just find an applique or an amigurumi pattern for that item, and then you can either glue that onto a magnet or attach a keychain to that item. For the magnet idea, I was thinking that you could also give prints of the family along with those magnets with the crochet item on there, and then Dad can hang those pictures up with the magnets on the refrigerator, and he can show off his family to everyone that sees it. For the keychain, I was thinking that you could find a cute amigurumi pattern, which is just a little stuffed toy, and then attach the keychain to that. And I think that the 3D look is really cute for a keychain, and you could just gift that to your dad, and I think that that would be really cute. But these ideas, I really like them because they're cheap, they're easy to make, they don't take up much time, they don't take up that many materials, and they are sentimental. So Dad, every time he grabs his keychain, he'll think of you because he'll see the cute little item that you made for him. Okay, I really debated whether or not I should put this in here, but I didn't show you a pattern, so I might as well show you my goofy side. So I got way too silly with this idea. While I was researching for this video, it was really personal research because I was trying to find something that I could crochet for my dad and give him for Father's Day. Now, I thought about a keychain because I wanted to make a little item and then give that to him. And the item I chose was a little poop emoji. And let me explain. This was supposed to be a keychain, but whether it was the pattern or the yarn that I used, it's totally not. Just look at that size, like it's huge. And that would not fit in a pocket, so definitely not a keychain. So the silly part is I was thinking about writing inside of his card saying, "Dad, you're the poop emoji," you know? And I totally did not come up with that. I've probably seen that somewhere on Pinterest. Why I thought of that is because for years now I have called my dad Cow Patty. It just became a term of endearment. I promise I don't mean anything by that. It came about because of a book that we read together, and there was this one book, and I can't remember the title of it, but there was a cow patty in that book, and nobody liked the cow patty. They always just left it there, but it ended up having a role in saving the day. I didn't know what a cow patty was, and I thought it was really funny, and it rhymed with daddy, so he became Daddy Cow Patty. Mind you, I was like 9 years old, I think. So anyway, I don't know, I'm like 26 now and I still call him Cow Patty, so it stuck for whatever reason. I think he's learned to like it. That's the story behind the poop emoji, and it actually kind of does mean something because for that reason, and yeah, I hope you get some joy out of that. I don't know. Let me know if you have a weird term of endearment or a weird nickname for your dad. I'm very curious because mine is kind of odd. I don't know of anybody else that would call their dad Cow Patty. Now that I spoke long enough on that, I think we should go ahead and move on to the next category, which is valet trays. Valet trays were something that popped up in my research for this video, and it really stuck because I thought that this might be a gift that I crochet for my dad. Now, my dad, every day after he comes home from work, he has a spot in his house on the bar where he drops everything that was in his pockets. So that's usually his wallet, his keys, the change, receipts, and he always carries a pocket-sized notebook and pens. So all of those items reside in that one spot on the bar. Now, I was thinking of him because he doesn't actually have anything to put it in. He just puts it on the surface. So a tray or like a box would possibly be a good gift for him because it could just collect all of those items and be a little bit more decorative on the bar. Now, I also like how versatile these are because you could use them to collect the things from your pocket, just be like a catch-all kind of thing. But you could also use them in the bathroom for jewelry or just general organization. It could also be used on the bedside table or on an office desk or shelf. Now, I really like how practical these gifts are because they are very functional, but they're also decorative. So it would just be a nice little addition to the house. So that's really why I thought I would share it here. And I also envision that once you crochet the item, you could also throw in a treat or a gift card or something for your dad, and then just gift that to him as a whole. Now, I have 3 patterns that I want to share with you. The first one is by Teresa Carter. It is called The Valet, and she is just an inspiring crochet designer. I've mentioned several of her patterns in previous videos, and I just think that she is a very clever businesswoman, and her company is called DeBrosse, and she does write a lot of crochet patterns, knit patterns, and this one is actually a DIY. So it's not actually crocheted, but I wanted to throw it in here because this is really what gave me the inspiration to find other patterns. Now, I don't remember when she came out with this one, but I thought it was a very clever idea because it just uses felt. It's so simple, but it looks really nice. So I have the pattern linked for you in the description box below, and that's where all of these patterns that I mentioned in the video will be. So the next pattern that I found was on Lovecrafts, and this is called the Easy Market Valet Tray, and it is by Jill Forrester. So it is a circular valet tray or mini basket kind of thing. It comes with 3 different sizes. It is a beginner level crochet pattern, and I think that the bulky yarn makes it look very sturdy, so I think that this could get a lot of use. So the final pattern that I have for you, I pulled from a YouTube channel that I have been subscribed to for a while now, and I'll flash the name of it up here on the screen because I honestly don't know how to pronounce it. So her whole YouTube channel is in Russian, and that makes it a little difficult if you are a complete beginner to crochet, so I would recommend that you have a little bit of background in crocheting. But her tutorials are very easy to follow, and you can put the closed captions on and you can read the subtitles in English. It's not 100% translated correctly, which is totally fine, but if you watch it, you'll be able to get what she's doing. And I don't know if the closed caption thing is for all of her videos or not, but I do know that I watched a few that way. Now, what I like most about this particular pattern is that it looks like a ton of crochet, but honestly it's not, because if you look at the bottom of the basket, it is a wooden base. So this technique is really cool, and I actually learned it from her channel. I had no idea this existed until I saw her do it, but they make these wooden bases and they cut out these circles along the edge, and the circles are where you put your first row of crochet. So you crochet along the edge, and then you end up building up on like row by row, I guess, to make a basket. So it's a really cool technique, and you should definitely check it out. And I really like how neutral this is. So Dad could use this as decoration on a shelf, or it's very practical as well. You could use it to organize, socks or ties, just whatever he needs to organize in his closet, or just something like that. So I really envision this as a gift basket. So crochet the basket and then fill it with all the items that your dad loves. So bake him something, that's his favorite, or buy his favorite candies, his favorite, snack foods, whatever. And then you can also throw in a gift card or a gift certificate to a place that he would enjoy. And then, just gift him the basket as a whole. And I think that would be a very cute idea and something that he would really enjoy. And that concludes the category of valet trays. So we'll go ahead and move on to our fourth category, which is toiletry bags. So my dad used to travel a lot with his previous job, and that's really what sparked my idea for a toiletry bag. I just think that it would be a gift that's very unique and something that Dad would use a lot. Now, when you gift it to Dad, I was thinking that you would do something similar to the gift basket, just stuff it with some things that Dad would enjoy and then gift that to him. I have 3 patterns for this category as well. The first pattern that I found is called Crochet Toiletry Bag, and it is a cube that opens with a zipper. Now, don't let the colors of this particular cube throw you off, because you can totally swap out the colors for a more neutral palette, or you can opt for a solid color as well, just that way that it fits more Dad rather than Mom. Now, this pattern, honestly, I cannot believe that it is free. It is so clever, and the blog post includes written instructions, there are photographs to help you along the way, and there is a chart as well. And it's very unique in the way that it's crocheted, because you crochet this really weird shape for the cube, and then you sew a zipper along the sides, and then you seam it up, and it ends up being a cube. So it is very clever. It seems fairly easy as well, just because of how well written this pattern is. So it's something that I really want to try out. I'm not sure that I'll get it done for this Father's Day, but let me know if you want to do this one in the comment section below. So the next pattern that I found is called Aunt Lydia's Makeup Bag. Now, obviously this pattern was designed for a lady in mind, but I think if you swap out the colors or just choose one solid color, this could be a really good gift for your dad, and he could use it as a toiletry bag. Now this one is longer than the previous one, and so it's more rectangular, and it also opens with a zipper. It's a free pattern by Yarnspirations, and you can download it. It looks pretty simple, and the pattern says that it is an intermediate level crochet pattern. And yeah, I just think that it would be a good version of a toiletry bag. So finally, I want to show you a picture of the toiletry bag that I really envisioned. I pulled this image from online, and it's obviously not crocheted. It's just something that I was looking for and I could not find. Now, obviously the other ones were created for women. They were makeup bags really, and you change the colors, and I think that they would really work for a guy. But this is really what I was looking for, was something like this. And I'm going to try to describe to you what I envision, and I might try to create my own version of this. I have to play with it though. Now, I think if you crocheted the bag and then felted it, and then I don't know if you would cut it and then add a zipper or add some sort of closure to the felted bag, but that's kind of what I was thinking, is that you just felt a crochet box or rectangular shape, and then you cut it and add something. I just think that the felted fabric looks a little more masculine. So that's just kind of what I was looking for and never found in the patterns that I found online and on Ravelry. And yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense at all. So if you know of a similar pattern to what I just showed you or to what I described, please, please, please comment with the link in the description box below, because I am looking for something like this. I'm very curious on how you would actually implement this sort of felted bag. And yeah, I'm just very curious, and yeah, let me know in the comment section below, please. So the fifth and final category of this video is slippers. And you might be saying, but Abby, Father's Day is in June and it's hot outside, at least where I'm at. And I would say, yes, I am so glad that you mentioned that, but I do have my reasons. So number one, my parents live in a house where everywhere is tile except for the bedrooms, and no matter what time of year, that tile is always cold to the touch on your feet. And some people can't stand that, so slippers are the obvious solution to that, or socks, but socks will wear out, so I'd say slippers are a little bit better if you're just roaming around the house. And then second, I would say that tile or hardwood floors are hard to keep clean 24/7, so wearing slippers will keep your feet nice and clean. So those are my reasons for gifting slippers for Father's Day. And now I have 3 patterns that I would like to share with you. So the first pattern that I want to share with you is called Saturday Men's Slippers by Make and Do Crew. And I have mentioned another pair of slippers by this blog in my video Stash Busting Project Ideas. And I have that linked up here if you are interested, and I actually show you the pair that I crocheted for myself. But anyway, back to this particular slipper pattern. It is very easy to follow. It is a free pattern on their blog. It includes the written instructions. There are photographs to help you along the way. And they even filmed a short little video that gives you a little insight on how these slippers are made. So these slippers are crocheted with super bulky weight yarn, which means that these are going to be a very fast project. And they are crocheted into one piece, and then you seam along the heel, or like the back of the heel, and then you cinch up the toe. The embroidery is added after the slippers are made, and that's just the black detailing on the front. And then at the end you cut out the leather and you sew that to the bottom so that you have a non-slip heel. But I think that these would be a really good project to start out with. The next pattern I found is by Sophie and Me, and you can purchase this pattern through their Etsy shop called PDF Pattern Design. Now, I just am in awe of these. They look store-bought, and I really want to crochet myself a pair because they look amazing. Now, I haven't actually purchased this pattern myself, so I can't speak to it. All I can say is that I did go through the comment section, and overwhelmingly this pattern received a 5-star review. A lot of people were happy and said that you could actually achieve the look. There were a couple of comments that gave less than a 5-star rating, but I do think that it is an amazing design, and I think it would be a great gift for Father's Day. The last pattern for this video is a pair of house shoes that look identical to Converse sneakers. Now, I found this particular design from the Etsy shop Crochet Miley, and again, I did not actually purchase this pattern. I looked through the comment section, and overwhelmingly this pattern design got a 5-star review, but again, just keep that in mind before you actually purchase. I cannot speak from personal experience, but it did have a really nice look to it. I liked the photographs, so that's why I'm adding it here. But let me explain why I thought of this idea, because it is maybe a little odd, I don't know. So while I was looking for gift ideas for Father's Day, I came across this blog post, and I can't remember which one, I wish I did, but they had different categories for dad. So one of them might have been like for the dad who likes to cook. Well, there was a section for new dads, and they had some photograph of, I think it was t-shirts. So they got like a, you know, maybe a Papa Bear and then a Baby Bear onesie for the newborn baby. I thought that you could apply that same idea but with the crochet slippers, because I've seen crochet baby Converse sneakers, and I'll try to find a pattern as well because I didn't do that before I filmed this, but I know that they're out there, and I thought that this would be a good idea because you could have a little photo shoot with baby and dad. I don't know, I just thought that that would be really cute, and you would probably only want to do this for a new dad because otherwise you'd have to make several if there's more than one kid. But yeah, that was really the idea behind that. So that concludes all of the project ideas that I have for you in this video. I really hope that you found a pattern that you are interested in crocheting for your dad. And if you did find one, please let me know which one you plan on crocheting. And if you have any other ideas, please add that to the comment section below as well. I am always looking for new projects. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you have a very wonderful day. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!